Alright, so let's talk about Trump's inauguration speech from January 20th, 2025. Well, it's pretty clear there are three big takeaways here. I mean, these are the kind of things you just can't ignore, you know. First off, Trump mentioned China exactly once in his entire speech. Yep, just once. That's like a massive shift compared to his first term when, he couldn't stop talking about China. Actually, a couple of hours before the speech, his team even confirmed he wasn't going to slap new tariffs on China right away. That's a big deal, huh? It shows some restraint or, maybe a strategy we're not seeing yet. Second, the whole speech was, classic isolationism, totally focused on America's internal stuff. I mean, he went on and on about boosting the economy, keeping society stable, and even about how his family is somehow financially tied to the country. Okay, it's safe to say this is going to be America's main game plan for the next few years. All about America first, and making sure everything revolves around what's best for us. Now third, this part was kind of personal for me. You mentioned me twice. Yep, Elon Musk, right there in Trump's speech. That was a little, surreal. So let's dive into that first point he made about law and order. Trump didn't just touch on immigration or cracking down on Mexican border issues. He brought up something that, hits a little closer to home for folks in China. A full-on crackdown on organized crime. Yeah, Dahi Chuora was the vibe. And I mean, gee, that caught a lot of people off guard. Trump was basically saying, look, America's got a problem here, gangs, drugs, violence, it's all over the place. It's like he finally realized how much this mess is undermining, national security. But, can he actually do it? That's the big question. You've got state governments doing their own thing, and communities running on their own rules. Oh, and don't forget the whole rich versus poor divide. Wealthy neighborhoods can afford top-tier security, while the rest just, well, deal with the chaos. Honestly, a country that struggles to put out wildfires? Yeah, not sure how they're going to clean up gang violence anytime soon. Now here's where it gets a little fiery, Trump's obsession with money. Yup, everything in his speech pretty much boils down to dollars and cents. Stabilize prices, pump out more oil, sell that oil, build more factories that burn oil, and scrap anything remotely green. Just turn America back into the world's factory, with smokestacks and all. Oh, and electric cars? Nope, those subsidies are history. The logic is super simple. America needs to make money. Like, everything else takes a back seat to that. If you help America rake in the cash, you're a friend. If you don't, well, gee, good luck with the tariffs. Take China, for example. If Chinese factories move here, replacing what we get from Mexico or Brazil, great, you're a pal. But if not, oh, expect those sanctions to hit hard. This, friend or foe approach? It's not just about China. It's pretty much how Trump plans to deal with everyone, Europe, the Middle East, you name it. Especially with oil. If you're buying American oil or not competing with us on the oil market, we're cool. Otherwise, watch out. And you know what? This is a big win for Israel, too. Speaking of, did you notice the first guy up after Trump's speech? A rabbi with a kippah, mixing English with Hebrew. Yeah, that was Trump's way of saying, hey, I've got Israel's back. Trump also talked a lot about trade, taxes, and negotiations. Like he's setting up these departments just for cutting domestic taxes and jacking up tariffs on foreign goods. It's all about leverage, Give him what he wants, and you're good. Resist, and, well, you're gonna feel it. That explains why he's holding off on more tariffs against China for now. It's not like some olive branch or anything. It's just that his new trade office isn't ready to go full throttle yet. Anyway, back to the speech. Trump kept it real about his isolationist vision. Basically, focus on America's neighbors. He said stuff like renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the American Gulf and calling out Panama for, well, taking too much money from us. 70% of the ships using the Panama Canal are American, yet we pay these crazy fees, and then Panama just hands the cash over to China for services. Yeah, Trump's not cool with that. And he, toned down some of his wilder ideas like annexing Canada or Greenland. But it's still clear he's all about nearby first, dealing with Mexico and Panama before looking elsewhere. He also touched on free speech, rolling back social media regulations, and blocking transgender rights, all to position himself as this traditional peace-loving guy. Oh, and space. He brought up Mars. Yeah, that got me pumped. Even though he's cutting EV subsidies, hearing him mention space exploration was pretty exciting. It shows he gets how important that stuff is. So yeah, his speech wasn't super surprising, but it laid out the groundwork for some intense U.S. China trade negotiations starting, well, today. Unlike last time, Trump's back with a clearer strategy, and he seems ready to play hardball. How all this unfolds? It's going to come down to how smart both sides are in handling energy, tech, industry, geopolitics, all of it. But hey, at least there's a tiny sliver of hope for better relations, right? Let's see where this goes.